Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and doing well. I welcome you for your another class. As we have said, we are at the last few topics of this subject. So we are nearly finishing training and development subject. In our last class, we have discussed career and career management. We have discussed everything regarding career management and how to make your own career. We have discussed examples, cases, studies, everything. So today I want to talk about career management system. It depends on organizations that they are having different system for their career development and career path. They are having a system, they are having questionnaires, they are having interview, they are having performance appraisal, they are asking their employees about their strength, weakness, interest, field, everything, so they can find out more information regarding their employees, so they can give them a right career path. So you start from here, you go there, then there is a process. It goes through different processes. Some organizations, they are having a system, they are having online system as well. So some companies, when they find out all these information from their employees, then they make a career path for them. So they are giving them training, they are providing them systems, they are providing them each and everything, they are providing them actions. They start from need assessment, as we have discussed need assessment survey on training as well. So if you are working in an organization, or if you are running an organization, you need to have a clear career path for your employees. So you need to ask them where they fit, where they love to work, which organization, which department they are good. You need to check their performance appraisal. You see that some companies, that they are having performance appraisal on an yearly basis. So they check their performance of their employees, they check their job, they check each and everything. Then they give them appreciation certificate, awards, and these things. So this will help you to motivate your employees, to give them more engagement, and to also give them a place and like pave the ground for them that they love to work. That's the main thing. Even the decoration helps in productivity. In some organization in other countries, when you go, the employees, they don't like to work under single roof with the same desk and color for 5-6 years, for example. It gets boring. Every day you enter into your room, into your office, it's still the same. What they do, they nearly change the office, change some decoration, bring some colors and all these things. Why? In order to increase the productivity of their employees. So that's why that's a very important system, career management system. If you want to be a successful organization, if you want to have a competitive employees, if you really want to have a employee satisfaction, then you need to have this system. Then you need to work for their development as well. We have discussed a lot of topic regarding training and development. Now I'm very sure that you know what we are talking about. So you know how we need to training. We have discussed the advantage, merits, demerits of training and development, each and everything. So it will increase your skills. It will increase. That's the main important thing. That's why recently I saw one of the interview of I got Muhammad Fazili, the person who is in charge of I don't know which administrative office of Presidential Palace. He said that we don't have skilled labor. Most of our youngsters are graduated from law, and they want to work in somewhere else. So that's the main thing. When we are having skills, we can even, for example, let's say, we can even export our manpower. What do we mean by this? If we are having a skilled labor in different things, in accounting, in marketing, in management, in finance, in accounting, in everything, if we have a skilled labor, we can even pave the ground for them to work in other countries. So unfortunately we don't have this. Why? Because a person is working for a specific company for 7 years, and he didn't get a single training on latest technology, a single training he's not even aware of. So what will happen? It destroys the skills of our manpower. So if they try to build, for example, I start working in MTN, they start giving me training, development, providing me different resources, everything. After 6-7 years, I can easily find a job in another telecom company, for example in India or in Africa or in another country. So when I move from here, for example, to Uzbekistan, to other countries, someone else will come and take my place. So why? Because now I have the skills that I can work on international market. Why? Because they have provided me a specific training courses. But unfortunately, we don't have this. That's the issue when you are applying from here with the best CV to other countries. They don't even shortlist you, because they know that their capacity, their skills are very, very less. So that's why it's very, very important topic. So now let's discuss. I think there is a case. We will go through different processes. Career management system, as I have told you, we have discussed. So let me read. Companies' career management system vary in the level of sophistication and emphasis they place on the different component of the process. However, all career management system include the component shown in figure. So we'll show you next slide. Self-assessment, reality check, goal setting, and action planning. So these are the components of career management system: self-assessment, reality check, goal setting, and action planning. The 4 steps in the career management process use the development activities. The career management process is similar to the development planning process. Assessment information from psychological tests, performance evaluations, assessment centers, or 360 degrees feedback can be used as a part of self-assessment or reality check steps. Now, that's the main thing. Psychological test. Some organization, when you enter, they take psychological test from you. They want to know where you love to work, in which position you are. Performance evaluation. You need to evaluate the performance of your employees on monthly basis or quarter basis or yearly basis, because you're investing money on him or on her. You're giving them salary, you're providing them bonus, everything. So you need to evaluate their performance, how they perform. Is it worth of what we give? If you're giving 20,000 Afghani salary, is it the worth to give the employee a 20,000 salary? How is her or his performance in the company? How his or her performance affect the company? Goals and objectives. Assessment centers. Big companies that are having thousands employees, it's very hard for management or manager to assess each and every single one. So what they do, they are having assessment center in the company, where their main job is to provide right person at the right time for the right job. That's the main thing. So from these things, they are having assessment centers that they are assessing all employees. They are checking their performance, their performance appraisals, each and everything. And some other degree feedback. This is a type of self-assessment companies are using. So employees engage in action planning may use job experience, relationship, mentoring, or coaching. So we have discussed what is mentoring and coaching, so I don't want to go through again. So or formal courses to reach their short and long-term career goals. So these are things that the companies will provide career management, or will provide some specific course, or will provide them a long-term and short-term career goals, that these are your goals, these are my objectives, these are staff objectives, this is how I need to achieve in all these things. So you need to consider everything regarding career management. So this is career management process. It starts from self-assessment. In self-assessment, what you do, we will discuss later on. You analyze each and everything, you find your skills, everything. So then you go to reality check, then you go to goal setting, the final is action planning. So these are career management system process, where it start from self-assessment, reality check, goal setting, and goes to action planning. So now let's come to the self-assessment. That's very important. As its name suggests, self-assessment. You're assessing, you're analyzing, you're evaluating your own self, your employees, for example. you find different information regarding your employees, values, their attitude, the behavior, everything. You find, you analyze, you assess your employees. You want to assess their, you need to identify, you need to find out their future plan, you need to how their career fits, you need to find available resources, you need to assess available resources and everything. So that's called self-assessment. So self-assessment refers to the use of information by employees to determine their career interest. So what is your career interest, your values, aptitudes and behavior tendencies. It often involves psychological tests such as strong compel interest inventory and self-directed search. So you can, if you want to go more deep into these topics, you can search it and find out. The former helps employees identify their occupational and job interest. So if you don't know in your interest, you don't know your value, it's very hard for you to work or find somewhere to work. That's the main important thing. The latter identify employees' performance for working in different types of environment, example sales, counseling, landscaping, or whatever. Where you want to work, which type of environment you love to work. That's the most important thing. Tests may also help employees identify the relative value they place on work and leisure activities. Self-assessment can also involve exercises such as the one in this type of exercises helps employees consider where they are now in their career, identify future plans and assess how their career fits with their current situation and available resources. Career counselors are often used to assist employees in the self-assessment process and interrupt the result of psychological test. So as I think it's very simple, self-assessment, you all know how to assess your own self and how to assess your employees. So this is basically a company. This is an example of a company that they are using different resources in order to analyze, in order to assess their skills, their employees' skills and capabilities. They develop different types of training and employees for as a company and everything. They also provide certain discussions where employees can discuss their career development with the manager, with the management, and these discussions have different Excel sheets, and even they are provided certain evaluation tools, different things. So in order to assess their employees, in order to find out what their employees are doing, in order to find what happened regarding their interests. So Verizon Wireless provide employees an online tool that allow them to assess their current skills and ability in order to benchmark themselves against job opening throughout the company. So they are having online tool where you assess your own self, if you are very aware, if you are what we call it, eligible candidate for this job, yes, you can go through for another job in the company. So this self-assessment tool allow employees to identify capabilities they are lacking and provide them with specific information about what they can do to develop skills through training, job experience, or enrolling in an academic program. So training, we have discussed. Job experience, you all know, enrolling in academic program. So they are having a certain programs where their employees need to enroll there and learn certain skill. As a part of Caterpillar performance management process, employees and other managers discuss career development. To facilitate this discussion, employees complete a data sheet that serves as an internet resume. The data sheet includes information about the employees' skills. So this is online tool, so they are saving time. You enter into online room, you are having a data sheet as an internal resume. So what you do, you provide these informations, what your skills. Do you have certain skills? IT skills, computer skills, health and safety skills, management skills, leadership skills, everything. Your education, where you have studied, which country, your education level, your standard, mean of education, language, which language you have studied, everything you will provide in your academic degrees. Yes, language spoken, languages, how many language you can speak, write, read, everything in previous position where you have worked, your positions, everything. So why? In order to collect your information. Manager are expected to indicate the employee's readiness for a new job, whether the job will be a promotion or a lateral move, and what education or training will be needed for the employees to be ready for the move. So manager discuss with employees where they might go next, and what they should do to prepare themselves for the next position. Manager also identify where they think the employees has the best opportunity in different functional area, and provide an overall rating of potential and promptability. Yes, so that's all managers do. So they collect information online tool, they collect everything, then they find out certain position that they think, yes, this is a position where we need to send so and so, they are eligible for this position, they can run this position, they love to work in this area, they love to work in this department. So these are their position. So at IBM, employees are offered a skills evaluation tools that recommend jobs in career area where they best fit. So they are having different skills evaluation tools where they can find out where they need to get information regarding their own what we call it, employees, evaluating their own employees. So you find that these companies are providing different types of tools. So if you are a company, if you are running a company, you can even have this in your website, online tools which allow your employees. You can have a website where you can evaluate your employees on an early basis, where you get information, you collect their information, you collect their interest. So this will allow you to have more information regarding your employees. So next time, if there is a special, for example, if there is a position in the company, then you know which of your employees is more eligible for this position, which one. For example, you are having assistant managers, different people are working, then you realize that one of your employees resign and he is leaving or she is leaving the company. So who is the best person in your company to promote him in his place or her place? What do you think? That's the important thing. So you need to find out this. So these systems, these tools will help you to find, evaluate, assess your employees, and also find out what they're doing, how is their performance, where they want to work, what are their values, what are their interests, their educational background, their experience background, their last positions, their experience from the last positions, their educations, how many language they can speak. So these will help you to, if you are having an employee and you are operating in different part of the globe, for example Europe, Africa, Arab countries, and you are having employees that he knows Arabic, he is having very good skills, he is from the same place, for example, he knows the culture, each and everything, definitely he is the most eligible person for this job. So how you will find out that he is the most eligible person? It is because based on your assessment, based on the assessment of your employees. So then this is assessment, what we call it, form, where step 1, where am I, examine current position of the life in career employees, where you examine yourself, assess yourself, think about your life from past and present to the future, draw a timeline to represent important events. Yes. Step 2, who am I, examine different roles, using 5 cards, write down one answer per cards to the question who am I. Step 3, where would I like to be and what would I like to happen. Yes, this help in the future goal setting. Consider your life from present to future. Write an autobiography answering 3 questions. What do you want to have accomplished? Yes, what do you want to achieve? What milestone do you want to achieve? Timing. What do you want to be remembered for? That's another. The next step 4, An ideal year in the future. Identify resources needed. Consider a 1 year period in the future. If you had an unlimited resource, what would you do? What would the ideal environment look like? Does the ideal environment match the steps? So these are different questions which you need to find out, and you need to answer these questions for your now step 5, an ideal job. Create a current goal. In the present, think about an ideal job for you with your available resources. Consider your role, resource, and type of training or education needed. In the last step, career by objective inventory. Summarize current situation. What gets you excited each day? What do you do well? What are you known for? What do you need to achieve your goals? What could interfere with reaching your goals? What should you do now to move towards reaching your goals? What is your long-term career objectives? So these are questions which you need to ask and assess yourself and your employees, so then you can have a clear image where you need to go. Next one, we have reality check.